Where's my YouTube? Alright. Are you gonna come play Rocket League? Okay, yeah. I'm just saying, because I told him I would stream, so. Alright. We're streaming it. What period are you in? Hey. Jordan. What period are you in? What's the score? Nice. I wish I could hand you this joint. That'd be like the coolest thing for me.
Came back, made it 2-2. I got 10 minutes left in a second.
Can you believe Doughboy will be here in like 24 hours?
Fuck Doughboy.
Fuck you, Doughboy. Crazy though.
That's crazy that we almost came down.
He can't hear you. You need to go fix your shit.
Just be a faggot.
Go fix your
Just
shit.
be a faggot, Joe.
He can't hear you calling him a faggot.
Oh yeah, baby, 3-2.
3-2, turn your shit on. Go turn. Oh, what's this guy doing?
Turn it back on.
What's that fucking idiot doing?
No, this guy's playing keep away. I feel like that's how Joe would play hockey.
Nah.
Don't you, Seth? Circle around his own net after he gets a 1-goal lead. He wants that dub. Oh yeah, 4-2, baby. We're cheesing, Joe. I wish you could see this. Joe, if you get online, I could share play with you. It works when I share play. So what do we want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, Seth? The BLD Seth podcast.
No, that would be horrible. We would have to do a lot of editing.
What, dude? I'd probably get banned from like internet. The shit I say when we're in here by ourselves. If like we treated it while we're by ourselves.
You're an angel. Don't worry about it.
I'm your angel.
If somebody called you Jordan, what if they called him Jordash? Jordan. Like, bro, I'm not fucking. You think I'm French?
Fucking Joe's French, dude. Chill out. Cam's French. Camula.
Camula.
Camula Don.
Camula Broncos. When you said that shit, I was dying.
I said shit's I said Cam. It flows. Like I might rename. We're not Denver no more. We're Camula.
Dude, I love the Lions uniforms. What? Not even sure what just happened.
I'll be over there in a second. Where's Joe at? And the fact that I wanted to play Rocket League with Monkey the other day. The fact that I invited him to play Rocket League.
Monkey's your best friend. I'm calling it right now. By next season, Monkey and you are gonna be like so chummy chum.
Well, when we're not having to play each other.
Yeah. He's actually got a lot of like, his intentions are, I don't even have to do anything. These guys are, my teammates are doing everything for me. Be careful, bro. What? Uh oh. People been getting scammed from what I heard.
Oh,
Did I tell you about Jaden? Oh yeah, I told you about that.
Yeah, yeah. Listen,
poor little Jaden.
I've been watching YouTube the last few nights trying to figure out how to keep the little fucker from getting scammed. He's got to be like the host of the session.
No, I know he does it, but he falls into it. He falls into it. He's all, okay, I'll go in there. If you tell me you're not a scammer, I'm like, dude, you can't trust people that talk like that.
Because when you drop your weapons, they kick you from the session.
Yep, that's it. Dude, he'll be like, he'll drop his weapon, he'll drop his materials.
Stop dropping all of them at the same time. Drop one of them at a time.
He'll drop his materials, like 500 metal, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, what happened to my metal? Oh, and then all of a sudden the loading screen shows up.
It's so depressing but hilarious.
Dude, it's really sad.
Kids get scammed. It's funny, dude.
It is funny, but it's not like when it's your kid.
Like when it's not happening to Jaden, it's funny.
Yeah, it sucked, but whatever. I'm glad he learned that lesson on something like that instead of like something real, you know. Like he's actually learning about the value, you know, of like trusting people and how people are gonna fucking do you in the streets. No,
we all had to learn. I used to get scammed. I was a little bit. You used to scam me when we played Madden, dude.
No.
Dude, you don't remember the first game we ever played?
I would scam you in trades. Shit like that.
I never got trade raped.
Yeah, I did. Dude, you were 15, 14 and shit. You're just going for certain guys you liked and shit. You know, oh, you want me to give you fucking this guy and this guy for Drew Brees? Okay. No, I'm just kidding. You never did that.
I just dropped my phone.
No, but...
Dude.
Why'd I scam you on Madden? What are you talking about?
Dude, I just dropped my Camula phone. Alright, Joe.
Oh, where's my shooters, motherfuckers?
What, Joe, what is your
Why are those guys arguing?
Shut the fuck up, Seth.
Alright.
Let me talk to Joe.
Alright.
Joe, what is your... We're interviewing you in our podcast, right? Right. We're calling Joe, but we can't hear his voice, so we have to talk to him. Now I'm starting Rocket League.
I can read his response.
I'm reading his shit. Shut up. Play Rocket League. Don't suck.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Joe. What do you think about the three trade team swap? Did you see that coming or no?
I can read his response in Camula's voice.
Okay. Alright. Please do that.
Alright.
Where's he at? Is he watching? He's not responding, dude.
Dude, give him a sec. Jeez.
Alright, let me ask you this. Are you more happy to have Mike in your division or Seth in your division? That's a good question.
Ooh, that is a spicy question. You know, because I'm not trying to take anything away from Mike or guys like Jeff or guys like Joe or Andy, but those guys have a massive leg up on guys like Danny, myself, you, and
no excuses. You know. No excuses.
Oh, there aren't, because these are real things.
Fucking where's Joe at? Joe, you're fired. Joe on. Joel. Joel. John.
Juan. Joe. Who's this fucking idiot?
Shit.
Added me to the fucking...
I'm ready for a proper podcast interview here.
Okay.
A fucking 3:30 in the morning podcast interview. Let's do it.
Alright, do you like being called Joe, John, or Joel?
Okay, so if I answer this question truthfully,
Let's Seth ask
What
you
will
in
be the-
Canula's voice.
No,
no,
it's,
we're
good.
not doing that. We're not doing that.
I was only gonna read it.
If I answer it truthfully, are you then going to call me the other names that I don't want to be called in a mocking
Yeah, if
tone?
you like, I
No.
like being called Joe. I'll never call you Joe again, probably.
All right, so I'm not going to answer the question.
Correctly.
No, just not at all.
Oh,
Because any way
Smart.
you can slice it.
right.
Do you play Rocket League?
No, but I have covered it.
I don't know. My man says about the Rocket up.
Good for you. Well, I guess I've played it, but I'm horrible at it, and I don't have it on my PS4. So.
Are you watching this right now?
Am I watching it? No. I mean, I guess I can.
No, I thought you were because that's what we're talking on.
Yeah, I know. I was watching it before, and then I was like, whatever. I have to stay up for an hour anyway until the recap comes and I have to edit. So I was like, oh, well, this will keep me awake.
All right, we're gonna ask you some questions. What do you think of the three-way trade, team trade? Do you think
right,
that?
so
did you see that
Analytically
coming?
breaking
Left
this
field.
down, just so everyone can understand that's going to be tuning into this broadcast later on in the morning, because I'm sure there's going to be dozens of people. Mike has now moved from the Lions over to the AFC conference, correct? Who did he acquire in this 3-team trade?
His Colts.
Baby, the Colts.
All right, so Mike is returning
baby
as
Broncos.
the Colts after he pitched out for a year. Gotcha. Okay,
The
so
baby Broncos.
Mike returns to the Colts. We now have sadistic, maybe actually not named Seth taking over as the Lions. And then
AKA
we
Eddie
have-
Banana. Ooh.
And then we have, who's the third team?
Broncos.
Broncos.
Weasel's troll.
No, wait, who got? So who got Broncos?
Jordan right here.
Weasel's
BLD.
troll.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So on the outside, this really seems like it fucks me. But
Why?
How? How does it fuck you?
because I'm more afraid of Seth than I am Mike.
Oh,
So I think
that was the spicy
Someone-
next question, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm more afraid of Seth than Mike because Seth will do whatever it takes to beat me, and I have grown to appreciate about that. Mike will do what he thinks it takes to beat me, but doesn't actually know everything that it will take to beat me.
I'm gonna be taking next man a lot more serious too. No bullshit.
No. We're gonna
No,
be
I
playing
really
so
am,
much,
though.
like
Like, I
stuff.
didn't-
That's what I'm saying.
I fucking fucked off Madden this year. I really did.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing.
Mutt ruined it for me, honestly.
There's like 25 people in the chat right now that say that same shit, and I roll my
That's
eyes every
good.
single time somebody says that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you didn't take off. Not everyone took off Madden. That's just kind of like the excuse you use. In this case, I think you had other priorities going on in your life where I actually believe that to be a reasoning behind it. But
Yeah.
most of the time when people are like, oh yeah, I just didn't really try this, man, or didn't really like it.
Dude.
I'm like, no, fuck that. I just kind of roll my eyes and be like, all right, yeah, okay, say what you gotta say. That's how I always view those things.
No, but
Well,
like usually me and Seth's
honestly-
in like 3 or 4 leagues.
Yeah, I
We're
was just
only
gonna
on
say,
one this
honestly,
year.
we're always in like
Well,
a lot of
okay, but-
leagues, and with the
The more
like
you play, the
discovery
better
of
you're gonna
RML,
get.
that really like
Ooh,
calm me down and let me like kind of just be at peace with finding a league that was gonna last
Right.
and that like, you know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
Like,
Well,
I didn't
that's- no,
freak
that's
out,
what I get.
and I didn't. I kind
think
of
that-
calmed down. I kind of felt like, okay, like.
Send me an invite, Seth. How long's that game, dude?
Oh, I'm
Playing-
2 minutes. I'm almost done.
Playing more for sure, like, and I get that, and being in different leagues helps that, but to me, I wouldn't want to diversify my time and energy. Like, I like just having the one league. I've never known it to be otherwise, so I guess I can't really knock that, but I like just being able to focus on one thing, because I think it can be more of me in one league as opposed to trying
Okay.
to...
Well, like I like to get Madden School and stuff like that, because they fucking
Okay.
do some really cool stuff, breaking down plays and why they work and how they work, and like exactly, they really explain that shit good. Like
You're saying too much.
what?
No,
No, that anybody could do. I don't give a fuck. That shit's not cheesy, man. That shit's not cheesy. Like, that's a really like school. They show you shit, and unless you go practice it, make the reads, find out the shit on your own, you're not gonna do it.
Rocket on instead of the foam finger.
No, Seth, you're just learning all the cheesy plays. Seth, come on.
No.
Cheeser fucker.
They teach you why. They teach you. No, man. You gotta go listen to those guys talk.
No.
I found Joe.
Where'd you find me?
You work for Madden League?
He's my antenna.
No, I don't. No, I've. Well, actually, I did a few articles.
I mean, Madden School.
Years ago.
I'm sorry, Madden School.
No, but I'm well aware of them. They're on the Mutt subreddit all the time. So.
Wow.
I don't. Sometimes so I didn't.
Oh wow.
I didn't really.
Put it this way. This is what Seth means, Joe. I'm gonna break this down for you. We usually buy an ebook. This year we did not. We usually probably log in probably over 10,000 hours of Madden. This year we might have logged in probably how much, Seth? 1,000?
I don't even know.
2,000?
I played so much less.
It's the difference in
Madden
how many
this year.
hours
It was crazy.
from year in and year out.
Next year I'll be playing. I'll be playing at least 4 times more.
That feels cheesy to me in that sense to buy an ebook. I will read about different playbooks and stuff like that.
They get you all those mini schemes and you put them together,
let me ask you this though.
That's all they are.
Cheesy when you're hoisting the Lombardi. Tell me how cheesy you feel.
How did I win? Did I win in a cheesy manner?
No, you won because of that ebook.
Then I will feel cheesy. Yes, I will feel cheesy.
I promise
if I was the one that no,
that's not,
if I was the
like,
one that
it's not like that anymore. No. You can't just get plays that are like, oh, if you run this play and you throw to this route after this, if you wait 2 seconds, and then it's not like that anymore.
They make ebooks, and the offensive ones, I totally agree. I think that there's so much in an offensive playbook that they can't really be a cheesy thing.
I'll fucking get Madden League and I'll post my fucking information in the league. I don't give a fuck.
The defensive
it's on you to go do the homework. That's all it is homework, man.
I've been saying that since day one. Like, that's how I've always thought too. I think that could be perceived by other people.
I think I'm gonna do that. You know that? I think I'm gonna buy Madden School this year, and I'm gonna post the link in the fucking chat room.
I always have to make your playbook because you're too stupid to do it.
Too lazy, maybe. Yeah.
And then he always gives it to Doughboy, and then Doughboy beats me in the playoffs, and I have to hear shit. Bullshit ass.
Because listen, I don't feel. Listen, I honestly, truly believe this. Most of this stuff is really not that cheesy if you really like are in the know, because you know how to stop it, you know how to avoid it, you know how to like be ready for it, and then like if more people are aware, then everybody's kind of on the same.
You're in the same field.
Yes, and I like that. I don't want to hide anything from anybody. I want everybody to know the stuff and then use their own brain to play me in chess, not checkers.
To that argument,
okay,
that's exactly what happens with the draft. Gives you all the information, and the other half doesn't. And when I first found out about that, I was like, this feels pretty cheesy because not everyone knows, and that was never thought of as a cheesy thing. That's the same type of situation you're describing right there with your ebook stuff and the Madden School thing.
It's like, not ebooks. I don't know why he said that. Listen, they give you mini schemes when you buy the school.
I know what Madden School is. I know what Madden
School
I
just
is
wanted to clear that up. We've never got an ebook. We've gotten tons of mini schemes though. And you take all those mini schemes and you make one big scheme. Because you got like, okay, let's say you have one mini scheme over here and you pick out one thing out of it because it's got like 5 different things in that one. Like they'll say how to run zone for like in a mini scheme to confuse them for like certain situations, and you pick out like part of that and then you put it together with a bunch of other schemes, you know, and like that shit's fun, man.
Knowledge is a cheesy thing, and I've said that since day one, and I will continue to say that. That goes against what I think a lot of core RML people have thought.
But it's when I run it 40 times up your ass.
Yeah. Well, okay. Do you think the running plays were a knowledge thing? See, I don't.
No, I think he won the Super. I told him myself. I think he won the Super Bowl as sure of a way as he could. That's the way, you know. You might have said it's an asshole thing to do. Somebody might say this or that, but I think it was
I'll
like,
tell y'all this right now.
I wanted a Super Bowl, so I got it the best way I could.
Other than winning Delta and like getting that Delta Bowl over those faggots, I've never wanted a Super Bowl more than I wanted that one. I wanted to win that bitch, dude. I swear I did.
Remember I told you, Joe, I said he's thirsty for it.
I was thirsty for it.
It was pretty, I don't condone it, but I congratulate it, you know, like whatever, you know, he still got it. He didn't break the rules, he did it within...
You go to Daddy Leagues, you see my little helmet sitting there. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm telling you, Joe, 3 years from now, they're not going to remember how cheesy you are. People do what it takes to win.
No,
People do what it takes to win in the playoffs.
Are you gonna come or what? Jordan? Are you coming or not?
No, I play one more without me.
Oh my fucking god.
We share similar opinions on a lot of different things, and I really do believe knowledge is not a cheesy thing. It's a matter of you going out and acquiring that knowledge. But how you utilize the knowledge, I think could be conceived or construed in a way that it's cheesy. And you know, like when we talked about it in the DMs, and I hope that the message got across. I don't think that the running plays that you did were cheesy. I think it was the amount of that was, you know, a little excessive at that point. Where
Joe, you don't need to be so nice. That motherfucker knows what he did.
No, but I'm not like saying this like a mad at Jordan or anything like that. And it was never in our conversation that I felt that way either. I really kind of respect it. You don't care.
Before? No. The year before that, I asked Seth. I said, Seth, please beat Joe. If you beat Joe, I'll bring this Super Bowl home. I said, because I cannot beat Joe.
And he did it.
He did. He beat you. And guess what? I lost the Super Bowl. So then the next year I said, Seth, beat Joe, and I'll bring this Super Bowl home. And fucking, you beat him. When you beat him, and I watched y'all's game, I was literally telling Seth, like I was trying, well, I didn't tell him anything. Me and Seth really didn't talk. The only guy I helped Seth prep for was Andy. Yeah, I really tried to help Seth as much as I could there. That's the only person.
I beat him.
We laughed. And you beat him, yeah. But, like...
Listen, the reason Andy beat me the first time...
I seen it.
...was because I thought he was going to fucking run man coverage the whole time.
I said, no, dude, your team... You never had a quarterback. I tried to tell you your problem.
I know, but I had him beat without that a couple times, and I
tried to tell you, dude, if you had that Cowboys team right now, you'd probably win the bowl. What that young quarterback they got now? I don't know, it's kind of slow. Anyway, but like I told Seth, I was like, before the game, Seth was like, just play your game, blah blah blah. I was like, dude, I'm about to pound the fucking rock. I said, if I get stoned, I'm gonna keep running. And I mean, that's how I played you, bro. I had to run the ball. Because, I mean, your team's fucking nasty, bro. Your team's nasty. There was one hole, and it was like your left end. And I was like, I'm just...
You're gonna get me angry, don't do it.
What? And then me telling you, like, me telling you what I did, like, in chat after wasn't me being disrespectful. I was just... I don't know. I go to the book.
No, well, I don't think it was disrespectful. I don't think my one hole was defensive line like that. No, that was more like you knew what plays, and Weasel does too. Like you can see when he's running it. He knows what running plays work.
Strong power?
No, it's not. No. It's not just powers. I think that the offsetting formations, flipping that stuff around too. You like anytime you try to go one way, you and Weasel will just go completely the other way, and that's part of the game in my opinion. That's the checkers argument that Seth was just making before that I agree with. But I guess it was the amount of runs that I really had more of an issue with. It felt like we weren't playing.
I'll tell you something about Madden School. It'll teach you how to shut that dumb shit down. They'll be like, as soon as you see this, go right into this defense, and you'll shut it right down. You know, put this guy over here, put that over there, and don't let your guy, don't let people abuse you with that shit.
Don't act like you can shut it down, bitch. I'll play you right now.
Last time I fucking
nice own goal.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to shut it down because I don't have Madden School this year. I don't lab. I don't fucking play in cheesy leagues. That's why I love cheesy leagues. You know, they fucking teach me a lot.
They always got to have like one no rule league.
Dude, they teach me a lot. I love them. I'll take a fucking 60-3 ass pounding 5 games in a row. But guess what? I'm gonna know what the fuck's going on after that.
I don't know about that.
Shut up.
Yeah, but
last time I fucking was in a no rules league, I loved it. Why? Because I want to be able to. I want to be able to recognize them immediately. I want to be able to know what's going to happen. I want to know how far my opponent's pushing something. If I know the limits of the game, how it can get pushed, then I know how fucked up I'm being treated. I know what kind of things people are doing. I'm ready for whatever situation. That's all of it. Like, I'm just, knowledge is lovely, like all of it, the knowledge of everything. Then you can say, when somebody says, oh, well, this is bullshit, and you say, well, actually, it's not, because all you have to do to stop it is X and O, you know?
That's exactly
and
what
then
I
you
do,
show somebody,
people
and they're like, oh, well, fuck, I guess that isn't so corny, you know? A lot of the stuff that people call corny is just because they don't know what to do. That's all. It's not my fault. I shouldn't have to dumb my game down because you're too lazy to do homework. If you're too lazy to do, why do I have? You know, I don't want to go. I'm not looking on Madden School because they're like, oh, check out this glitchy play. If you fucking run this and then flip it backwards and fucking base a line and do this, he'll get sacked every time. You know, like, that's not how it works anymore. All it is if this guy's over here and you put this route over there, he's gonna drop down. That's gonna, you know, and then you still have to you still have to.
And Joe, you'll see me say that a million times. Cheese is different than a glitch. A glitch can be fixed. Like a cheese can be stopped. I mean, cheese can be stopped. I mean, there's certain ways.
Dude, like if everybody knows how to stop the cheese,
play that will work like 100 times in a row.
Listen.
There's no such thing.
Joe, last time I was in a no rules league, absolutely no rules. The only rule was no crying. Literally, like, you could put wide receivers at tight end and everything. Like, it was like it was stupid. Like you could do whatever you wanted. The same like couple guys would always go to the Super Bowl, and every time they'd go to the Super Bowl, you would think you were in the most strict league ever. Like, they didn't do anything cheesy or corny or anything because they all knew how to. It was weird. It actually was kind of boring, actually.
It's like when me and you play, Seth. Our games are boring as fuck when we're serious.
I know. That's when you and I play. It's always like a 20 to 20. Somebody's gonna score one more point though. Dude, I literally lost the Super Bowl to you, 21-20. Yeah, last time I think last time I beat you in RML, it was 21-20. Fucking, like, our scores are always like around the 20s.
Joe, it was 20-0, and I had like a 4th and 5 from my 10-yard line with like 2 minutes third quarter. I was like, dude, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. Threw that bitch up, Brandon Cooks, bro. I'll never forget it. Like,
he did the most amazing animation. It was so stupid. It was so. And then I got the ball.
The next drive went down, had a 4th and goal with like 3 minutes left. Fucking, I rolled out and fucking. Seth's fucking linebacker played so stupid. It was so funny, dude. Oh
when God. He like just kind of backed up as you ran at him. It was so weird.
I know.
I'm gonna go back to the knowledge thing for a second. Do you think that, and I'm gonna talk about, like, talk as if I'm on other members, do you think it's different acquiring knowledge of the game, you yourself labbing, playing, as opposed to going someplace and reading about it?
Okay. Hold on, I'm super stoned. You have to rephrase that question. Just say it again one more time.
Okay, that's right. So pretend I am other people. You can put whatever you want in your mind.
Okay.
As the person that's asked this question, that they say, oh, it's cheesy. What you guys play is cheesy. All right.
Like.
Do you think it's cheesy if you're the one acquiring the knowledge? Like, you're the one labbing, you're the one watching film of other people. You're the one doing that, as opposed to going on Madden School and reading about what works and what doesn't?
No, I think they're equal, honestly. It's the same thing, really.
Why is that?
Because you're spending the time to do the homework, period. You're spending the time to acquire the knowledge. You're spending the time to learn more and be smarter than your opponent. Now, I don't support if somebody goes out and reads how to do a nano. Okay? That's not what I'm telling people to do. I'm telling people, you realize that some people don't even comprehend how to read a defense? Like, I guarantee you, I could go in a game right now with probably over half the league and run defense and be like, call out the defense when I'm in, and they'll be like, I can't.
Right.
you know?
No,
and then
I know. Exactly.
So it's like, so is that my fucking fault? No. Like, I'm like, if you can't do some simple homework like that, then don't expect to call somebody out for, I don't know. I mean, it's really a sticky situation, you know, like.
Well, here's my opinion on it. I think, whereas with the stuff that I always talk about, where I'm getting knowledge from, I'm going on, like, I'll watch our games. Like, I've watched so many games. You had talked about, Jordan, when we had played our last game, that I was running cheesy plays, and I had countered with, I literally got those plays from watching you play, and from watching other plays, knowing what plays work.
But I'll say I run cheesy plays.
No, just let me finish. I know. I'm just saying that was my counter to, is that I got that from you. I didn't get that from anywhere else. I didn't go to Madden school to read.
I learned it from you,
watching
Dad.
you do it.
I don't know if you've ever seen those commercials. They're old drug commercials.
Well, I'm just saying that I think that how you get the information makes it is different. If everyone can go and get Madden school and get that information, they can. But there's a fee for that, correct? Or at least there was in the past years.
It's $60.
16 or 60?
60.
I learned all those plays from you.
60.
Listen to me.
60, yeah.
Okay, alright. So, again, I know you didn't do it this year, and I'm not trying. But I'm saying, like, that thought process is what RML, I think a lot of the core members of RML are probably not a fan of. It's something like,
right,
you're getting the homework and grades, like with. Okay,
I'm getting the leaf. What do they call that? The cliff notes, right?
No. I got this example. Yes, you're getting the math homework, and there are all the stuff that you need to do, but the answers are already in the back. Like, you already know right where to go to find the. Instead of testing it out, figuring it out yourself, watching it yourself. That's how those things are different. That's how it's viewed.
Listen, Joe, I'm going to do something with you this year. I'm going to get it.
Oh, God, yes.
And I'm going to give you my password. And you're going to go on there, and you're going to find an example of what I'm talking about, and you're going to be like, this is why you shouldn't have this. Okay? But I'm going to challenge you to do that, because nowadays when I'm on there, the stuff that they're showing me isn't cheesy like that. They're just showing you.
I thought you said you guys didn't do it this year.
I didn't. I'm saying this year. Not right now. I'm saying this year coming up. Come on, don't mince my words. You know what I mean. So no, we didn't do this year. I'm saying next year, this upcoming.
I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself as
they show you.
I do care, like Jordan says. I do care. I do want to win, but I want to make sure.
All they show you is how to run the play properly, what you need to look for, and why you're looking for it. Okay, when you run a certain play, the defense is going to react a specific way, or vice versa. You need to know what reads to make.
Myself.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fine, but I like to fucking cram the information.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't like to sit around and watch people's games. I could give a fuck about them.
Young son, you come squad up with me and Seth this year. We'll get you a Lombardi, son. We're gonna get you that.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get you guys rolling in coins. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the three of us can really have a super duper, like, we can always have the top of the line team.
Oh, we'll have a great team. You bet your damn ass.
But I'm saying, like, basically that what it's all about is staying on top. You know, like the level of the team just consistently goes up, so you always have to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to dedicate that much time, so I mean, I'll work on coach. Like, I'll be the coach. But
all you got to do, though, is with the coach stuff, is just get all the upgrades, upgrade all the coaching, and then eventually if we could do... Dude, I saw people had John Madden as their coach, like, halfway through the season. I was like, what?
Monkey said my offense is trash.
Your offense is trash.
You just use rollout plays.
Your defense is 10 times better than your offense. Well, your defense is what scares me. Your offense doesn't scare me. Unless you run the stick play against me. This is really hard to stop. But I do know how to stop it. If you give me time to make the setups, because there's about 8 of them.
That's the problem, Buckaroo. Play me right now, head to head. We'll lab one.
Bullshit. You never take it serious.
I'll tell you every play.
As soon as I start winning, you'll be like, nah, can't take it serious. You know, I know how you do. I know how you do. We never have been able to lab up. That's why we're not good lab partners. We're actually not good lab partners, Joe.
Like a 15-minute quarter game, and we threw for like 1,000 yards on each other.
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I ended up winning the game in like fucking overtime. It's fucking awesome.
He did. Like, I swear to God, he won like 108 to 103 or something like that.
But I think you guys really did stumble upon an interesting conversation, though. Like what I'm talking about, the mad school thing. To me,
oh yeah, yeah.
I've always been with you with the knowledge thing. Like I really do think.
So am I?
Cheese.
Okay, so if we're both doing the same thing, but you're doing it in a more precision way, okay? Dissecting people's games.
Give me a different word besides precision, because I don't understand what you're saying.
You're doing it in a more like personal.
Gay. Well, of course, it's me. That makes sense.
Okay,
all right, personal. I got it. Okay, we're still on the same page. Just keep going.
You know, you're doing it in a more like you're spending a little extra time. You're putting the effort in and making it like you're earning it. Right, there you go. That's how that feels right. That word, like you're earning it. And I'm over there paying $5 to get the cliff notes, and I'm acing the test, and you're acing the test too. But you know,
who graduates the top of their class, Joe?
I'm pretty sure Seth would.
But no, like I think you don't like the fact that I'm not like spending the time. But what's the difference between your time?
Hold on. I don't care. When I was giving this example,
you're right. You did say this was hypothetical.
This was for This was for other people in RML, and I'm trying to give a little bit more understanding behind what people.
No, and this goes to what you said prior to that about the spirit. Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Right. That's what I'm trying to. But keep going.
Okay. How would you react, you being this hypothetical member, if I said to you, "Want my password?"
You know, and that's a gray area to me. Then it's free reigns.
Now, how do you feel as Joe?
Everyone,
how do you feel, honestly? If I come into the league, in a league like this, and say, "Here's the password to Madden School. Have fun if you want."
That's a good question. Okay, so here
because listen, everything they show you in Madden School, they show you a counter to. That's the other thing I love. They're like, oh, love this play? Love running it on people? Well, let's not hope that they run this defense on you because they're going to shut you right the fuck down. That's that really cool part about it. No, I swear, I love that part about it. They're like,
I'll answer your question as honestly as I can answer it.
Would you be mad at me?
How I would personally feel if that was presented to me, it would depend on how the rest of the league feels. I think Joe Bartle, takes, I think, maybe not criticism, I think that I take into account probably too much what people say in the league and how they feel and treat me, and I would not do that unless it seemed acceptable. So like I wouldn't have used the draft sheets when we do rookie drafts, if not for people seeming like it was totally fine to do it, like the Dans and Cams of the world saying, "Oh yeah, I use this all the time. He's ranked yada yada yada." Oh, okay, I guess then I'll feel more comfortable doing it. That would be my honest answer to you. If those people,
I thought that they made it so. I know that's just an example, but didn't they change those draft sheets things? Can't use them anymore.
No, you can use them just fine. I've used them the past 4 seasons now.
Wait, are you talking about the cheat sheets that tell you like which?
Sure.
The creators of the game will tell you like if you're in season 5, this guy's coming out of the, and they still do that?
Oh no. So what I'm talking about, and I didn't know this was a thing.
Records.
Right. Yeah, like how that all works out, and then there's gonna be.
Oh, you mean like as far as like what their times are?
It's being a good scout.
Yeah.
Well,
I
run
always
a
thought
4.7. He wants to know what their actual speed will be.
Right. That's what I'm saying with their times and stuff. Like if it says 58.3.
No, hold on. So there's something on the Madden Reddit page where you can download it, and it's a spreadsheet, and you just pluck in all the numbers, whether it says like B- for their block shed or B+ for their throw power.
Oh, and you can tell what overall they are and shit.
No, not their overall, but it says like what their grade would be, and then you can roughly translate to that to what they could be overall wise.
Well,
so
see,
it'll tell you. It'll
I
tell
didn't
you
know about
what the late round gems are.
That's nice. I need to figure that shit out because I didn't know that.
They sent it to you. Yeah.
Okay, but like, listen.
Did you know
you remember a few years ago they would just.
None will get hurt or tired.
You guys are awful at podcasts. You can't both talk at the same time.
I stopped a while ago.
Jordan, go ahead.
Did you know if you only have 5 linemen, they won't get hurt or tired?
Seriously, I had no idea that was a thing. I had absolutely no idea, and to me it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I guess we can all do that.
You want to know how we learned this? I'm about to tell you exactly how we learned this.
Probably the No Rules League.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, it was no. But Seth come across it and he's like, dude, I only got. He's like, bro, you need to drop all your backup QBs. He's like, if you don't have any backups, the starters won't get hurt.
It's just started. Listen, there's still a glitch right now, Joe. If you only have 2 tight ends, they'll never get hurt. If you have a 3rd tight end, they'll get hurt. That's the other one.
I guess that explains things because I haven't ever had a 3rd tight end.
And you never had a tight end hurt, and I guarantee
I've always kept 53 players on my roster because I'm OCD and I have to have like the right amount in each league. It's weird. And Seth's always joking.
I'm gonna tell you why I figured it out. I was trying to save some money in a league one time, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get rid of my backup O lineman, and they don't matter, and I'm gonna hire a bunch of bums and this and that. Well, I think like maybe I even forgot or something to add some fucking, you know, because it's in a league that like this kind of stuff doesn't matter. They don't have rules like that. And then I did it, and I started noticing. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was watching their, watching their stamina and shit, and their little thing never got blue or never, and then it would get like a little bit red, and then it would pop back to blue again, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Cheating ass motherfucker.
I had no idea. I had no idea about that, and until when that first broke, to me it wasn't a big deal. I still don't really think it's a big deal. Like, yeah, you guys just assumed everyone knew that.
No, I think it's.
I had no clue. But
no, and here's the thing. I have been doing that for so many years, right? That it was almost like a normal thing now. Like we've literally known about that for at least 3 years, 3 real years. Yeah, and when I got the Cowboys team, they only had 5 O linemen. And so, in my mind, I swear, like, nothing even clicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing, I didn't feel any guilt or any, like, I didn't think of it as a bad thing. I've assumed that guy probably did the same thing.
The same thing?
Yeah, like, why not? Like, I thought,
Well, see, like, with the O-line, I honestly just enjoy developing them. Like, I get satisfaction out of getting their XP up and getting their overalls. Like, to me, that's the fun part. So I wouldn't have, even if I had that knowledge, I probably wouldn't have chosen to do that.
I got a fan on it, my bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't have chosen to do that because I just enjoyed doing that stuff. But again, it wasn't, I don't know. I think, like, there are some things that, like, stamina, I really don't think plays that big of a deal. I don't think it's that big of an attribute. And that's probably wrong. But at least when it comes to O-lineman, I don't think it's that big of a deal. That kind of thing.
Well, and then I realized, wow, I'm never getting these guys hurt. And then I figured out the tight end thing. And then a couple years ago, they had that quarterback thing. If you only had one quarterback, he never got hurt. And
that would have been great to know if that was a thing this year, because Duck could just...
No, it doesn't work anymore.
I've seen Seth play with about 25 players on his
They'll fucking put your kicker in this year. They'll say, fuck you. Put your kicker right in.
And then his ass will get hurt.
I signed a quarterback from Weasel's practice squad thinking he's been deving Lamar Jackson all year, so that the quarterback must have some extra experience sticking around there. Nope, it was just like some 4K stuff, and I was like, God damn it, that didn't work out.
I went and picked up a bunch of Jeff's guys off his practice squad thinking the same type of shit. I was like, and they didn't really have much.
No. I make a point of, like, spending my practice squad players' stuff and just dumping it into stupid stuff like toughness or injury, because it's like, no, you're not. If you're gonna take this guy, you're not gonna have a buttload of experience to use, because I'll purposely spend it.
Funny.
But even on Daddy Leagues,
Jordan?
you can search to see what practice squad players have a bunch of XP.
You could do what? Oh, you can. I never thought about
what
that.
XP, Andy Eagles does it all the time, and he's like said it in chat too. So again, this is back to the thing where there are a lot of things that, you know, like that's certainly
Absolutely.
not sim. That's
No.
not a sim thing that you should be able to do. I don't know. I've always felt bad about not always felt bad. I love doing the draft stuff. Like, I love entering in all the information on the draft sheet and being able to see what players are good. And you can't scout everyone, so there's still some holes in there. But for the most part, you go off that. I really like doing that. It's been a satisfying thing for me. But when that was first introduced, for me, I had no idea that was a thing in Season 1 of RML this year. I thought that was similar cheating thing because not everyone knew about it or had the capabilities of doing it.
Well, and then I feel like it's also one of those things that, like, someone might talk some shit, and then once they have that information like that, then they're gonna like change their mind. Like, oh, I guess this isn't so bad. Like, well, see, I told you. You know, like. That's
why when I write when I was writing the mock drafts for that, or who's doing drugs? Stop it. That's when I was writing the mock drafts for the last couple of years. I wasn't lying. I was literally projecting who I thought were the best players there because it was, I thought, my way to try to get the information out there. Kind of like what you were saying, Seth, where you're sharing the Mad Schoolbook. I thought, hey, at the very least, I can kind of really highlight some players that need to be targeted, and if present the information as best I can out there. And if no one chooses to go that route, well then, so be it. But at least I did my duty. That's kind of how I thought of it. I also like writing those too.
No, those are fun to read. I like all those articles you put out. What are you doing? Jordan. What are you doing?
I'm not playing Rocket League.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you.
You guys are horrible podcast people. You haven't even asked me any questions. Just gone on weird random tangents.
What do you think about my avatar?
Your picture of Cam?
Yes.
You guys got a weird fascination with him. Yeah, I think that Cam goes about things in the wrong way, at least conversations with you. But what he's trying to say, I think there's a lot of points to it.
Who's Cam?
Yes, Cam.
I think he's gay.
Yes, I know that you think he's gay. That's why your avatar is this picture. I also think, who the fuck cares if you think he's gay or if he is gay?
I think he stays away. He stays away when his avatar is his picture is my avatar. That's why I have it up.
No, I don't think he'll stay away. I don't think he cares. I think you look like a bigger ass when you have his avatar as that.
No, well, it's not changing, so I'm gonna look real assy for a while.
Yes, I know. I'm well aware that that's what your opinion will be of that for a while.
I don't know, man. I don't think I think it's a cover-up that he doesn't care.
So that's where I feel like you're projecting a little bit. There are some people that don't care about Madden. They just like to be in the league to be with their friends and to hang out with stuff, and at least in Cam's case, be something that he fostered for years, you know? No, you can't go, That's not presenting an opposite opinion. If I'm talking to you at 4 in the morning, you need to still be not falling asleep on me.
Man. I don't know. I like being in Madden 2 with my friends. That's why I do it. But the best part is being competitive and wanting to win.
Okay. Best part to you, Jordan.
I know,
to Joe,
I'm not saying,
that's not the best part. To me, I am competitive. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not.
I know you are.
But I love doing the podcast and the articles and building a team way more than winning. That's not the top priority for me. I don't know what Cam's top priority is, but if he says it's not winning, you can't just be like, oh yeah, okay. Nope, it actually is, because I know I'm the most competitive fuck that there is in the world. You know?
No, I'm not saying his is. I'm not saying it has to be winning, but I think he cares. I say he doesn't.
What does he care about?
I've seen the way he's acted when he's lost. He acts. If you don't care about winning one day, you're not gonna care the next. So why, when you lose, why are you upset? You know what I mean?
I think at least certain instances.
You got me confused.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to present different opinions. I don't want to let you just sit there thinking one thing about it when it very well could be this other thing. You know, I think a lot of people, I'll say it in the N9 because I don't know how else to classify it. I don't want to go all rattling off the names. Have some preconceived notions of people in the chat that aren't accurate, aren't true. From what I've gathered. And I think it's the reverse too. I think there's a lot of RMLers that have stupid preconceived notions about what N9 people are and what they represent as well. Like, look how well Weasel's been able to assimilate into the group. I wouldn't have ever guessed that, given how much Seth shit on him when he first came into the league.
No, I didn't.
You what? You just hopped in after 10 minutes and just said no, I didn't. What are you talking about?
I'm just denying the Weasel thing. Sorry, I've been eating. No, I don't want to chew in your guys' ear.
No, you didn't shit on Weasel prior to him joining the league?
Mm-mm.
You're a damn liar then. No.
Listen, everything that I told you guys about Weasel has been true.
Yes, which was all negative stuff.
Well, he's a negative fucker.
Okay, but then you did, so that therefore you just admit that you shat on Weasel a whole bunch of times in the game.
Yeah, he's a real piece of shit.
No, he's not. I don't think Weasel is a piece of shit. I really kind of enjoy him around.
Chat Weasel, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Jordan is a great guy.
Chat Weasel's not a piece of shit, and neither is Jordan. When he goes on his racist tangents, that's annoying, but...
No, he's talking about... Weasel's name's Jordan, he's not Jordan.
I know.
Oh, okay.
We have like 36 Jordans in RML, so I've learned to differentiate which one it is.
J-Bo! That's my kid's nickname, too.
Alright, question for you guys. How would you have reordered the divisions?
I would have let it be as organic as possible. I would have done the randomizer.
I've heard you say that word a lot of times, the organic thing, and I want you to clarify it more.
The only organic way that I can possibly, as natural as possible, is let everybody have their teams off of a randomizer where you get a number randomized to you. So you don't, it's kind of luck of the draw type thing. But everybody can...
Not really, you still choose where you go and who you play, really.
You just pick, you know? What, like...
Okay, so
if you get number one, you take your team, Green Bay. If I get number two, I pick the Broncos. Jordan gets number three, takes the Saints, so on and so on. If they're gone, they're gone.
Okay, so just hypothetical. Let's just say the Favos want to play against each other, have some more brother bowls, and Ryan, Dolphins and Patriots.
Nah, I don't care about any of that shit.
No, just I'm giving you a hypothetical.
I'm telling you, like, I don't care about that hypothetical because I think that's...
you can't do that. I'm giving you a hypothetical here, okay? So those two want to get together, and then Ryan's like, oh yeah, I want to be the Bills, so Saints guy now goes and beats the Bills. Weasel has one of the last picks, and he's like, I could be one of my cold weather teams because I really care about that, or I could join this really weak division, or what I identify as a weak division in those two and Ryan, and goes and joins that, and then waltzes into the playoffs every year. Does that feel organic to you? Like, is that fine?
What's the difference? It happens in real life. 8-8 team in the playoffs.
Okay, well,
and then here's my problem with it.
Joe, you realize
so the number 1 and 2 team, the way it is, every year is going to come out of the South and the West, the way it is. Okay, it's going to be Joe, it's going to be BLD and Jeff, and like Danny and I, or Weasel and myself, or Danny and Weasel, whatever. You know, 2 from our division, 2 from their division. And then the 2 other divisions aren't going to have a number 1 seed, so they're going to be like a 3 and a 4. So all the wild card teams that come out of the tougher divisions are gonna fucking slaughter those two teams, and then it's gonna be everybody playing each other from the same two divisions anyway. Except now, you don't have a wild. You have like a stepping stone, like a. Here, let me just get you guys right to the divisional. Fuck the whole wild card thing, you know. Let me just put the 4 best teams in the divisional every time, you know, like.
Yeah. I read what you guys are saying.
If you mix it up, then you never know when a number 1 or a number 3 is going to be low. You know, like, I don't know. You're making the playoffs more predictable, if you ask me.
I think that nothing is predictable when we're playing Madden 18 and we're trying for Madden 19. Like, I just don't think that's the case. I understand what Weasel's saying, and I agree to an extent that there are tiers of players, and they're not going to drastically improve or, things like that.
Well, if you watch everybody that if you've been in 7 different leagues over the last 6 years, and you've known all these different people from all these different leagues, and that's basically how it always is. Some people do get better, and some people do drop off, but generally, the same people are always in the playoffs. I mean, it's just true. Like,
is there anything wrong with trying to promote different people in the playoffs, though? Because other than
except that they shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. We literally paved an easy path for them to get there. We gave them.
To earn it.
Yeah,
you should have. Your spot, Joe?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I think if anyone, like, you ask anyone if they could have the choice between East Division and Hard Division, I think you choose Easy, right? Like, there's not anyone with a moral compass enough that they're like,
You're sitting in a chat room right now with somebody who wouldn't take that. If I wanted that, I would never be in a division with Sean and Danny every year. I'm always in.
So you would rather be in the Hard Division?
Yes, much rather. Yes, keep my game sharp.
Okay. I mean, that's good for you. I wish I was confident enough in myself as a person to be like, yeah.
You're only going to get better by playing better people, Joe.
Right, I'm trying to embrace that mentality. I don't think that there's any way, to change it. I'm trying to embrace that. I think if I had the choice between being in an easier division and hard division, I would choose easier, because to me, making the playoffs matters regardless if you're going against hard competition or easy competition. Like, that's me. Like, I think that is an important thing, but good for both of you guys.
You guys, our new division, we're gonna put 3 people from our division in the playoffs every year.
Yeah, for sure.
Every year, and then whoever goes from our division is gonna slaughter the rest of those divisions. Now that I'm the Lions,
we'll
watch.
Practice against each other.
No, because
we'll play against each other so
all
much.
the other teams that are in the playoffs aren't that good.
You're gonna have Dano in the playoffs. He's gonna get slapped.
Dano or Vic could make the playoffs this year.
Okay, you're gonna have Vic getting the fucking 2 seed or something. Watch, because there's only one tough conference or division in that conference. So Vic or somebody's gonna get the 1 seed, right? And then the 6 and then the 3 seed is gonna be like Dano or somebody, somebody else. And then those guys, so one person, like, let's say like you make the playoffs and you get like a 3 seed, your first game is against 6 seed Dano and then number 1 seed fucking Vic. Guess what? You're welcome.
I get what you're saying. I just think that
the way we're having it, plain and simple, you're allowing people to be in the playoffs that shouldn't be.
Seth, you get the wild card at 15-1. Oh wait, you have to go. Wait, what team's Monkey again?
That was already happening this year.
You have to go 2 Monkey.
How many times did you guys end up being number 1 seed and the number 5 seed?
You're right, Joe, but that's not the point we're making. The point we're making is next year, all of us, the 3 teams that get sent to the fucking... Dude, there will be 3 teams from our division every year.
Yes, I agree. And I said that in there too. That's like
And
when
then
Mike was
think
like, Mikey's gonna make the playoffs. I'm like, no, he's not.
Which means that there will be a 1 seed probably, or a 2 seed, and then the other 2 teams are like a 3 and a 6 or something like that. That's how it gets broken down. I can't remember exactly, but it's usually like a 1.
Well, it can't
or a
be that
4 and
way.
a 5 or something like that.
It can't possibly be that way. So whatever is the top seed in the NFC North will get the number 1 or 2 seed because they'll likely have the best record, having beat us. And then the NFC North would generate a 5 and 6 seed as the 2 wild cards.
Okay.
And one of them would end up having to go against the NFC North winner and likely best team in the NFC, whereas the other one would go against.
Okay, so let's look at those divisions
else.
and figure out who it would probably be.
Probably Bruce or Barnes.
Okay, so your wild card would be against Barnes, and then you beat him.
No,
and
I think that Bruce or Barnes is going to be the number 2 seed.
Okay, so let's say you beat. So who's going to be your wild card game?
The wild card game would be against. Well, the wild card game that matters, let's say it that way, is going to be NFC North wild card team against whatever one of Bruce and Barnes doesn't make the number 2 seed.
Right. So tell me, break it down. Like who would we play first? If I was the 6th seed, let's say I got it like.
The AFC is gonna have Brad in the fucking playoffs.
If you're putting,
it's gonna be Bundy. Stop it! Like Bundy's, but there's absolutely no way that anyone that Seth invites is a bad player. Sorry, if I have that opinion.
Bundy's not that great.
It's the father, dude.
I thought he was.
No, dude. Check this out.
That switch.
That division is gold, dog.
Bundy's not really like. Bundy's not really into video games like that. Bundy's honest to God, like more RML style.
Sam and Timbo. Fucking Timbo's gonna be in the playoffs. I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of him.
Gotcha. I thought Bundy was in that division.
No, Bundy's got Steve, Frankie, and Sintra. Jesus Christ.
Sintra is bad. Every year, consistently bottom dweller.
Isn't he above 500 this year?
Yeah, he's having a pretty good year actually.
Okay, you just said he was bad.
But no, he always is, dude. He's always a really.
Except for this year, literally this season.
That's it. First time I've seen him have a winning record in a while.
Please let me get Brad in the division around.
I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to talk about Sentra. So.
Okay, listen. I'm about to quit this fucking game so I can look at my phone and explain some shit to you. When you put 3 from one division, that means somebody has got the 1 seed or the 2 seed, correct? From that division, yes or no? You have to.
I think yes. I think yes. If you assume that the best team in the NFC North.
Right, because you're capping. Yeah, because you're right. If you got 3 in, that means all those guys have a better record. Yeah. Right. Okay. So you're gonna have one guy be a 1 seed. Let's just say the second guy in's gonna be like a 3 seed.
Nope, can't be. I already told you that.
All right, then he's gonna be a 4 seed.
Nope, told you can't that.
So he can't be a 4 seed. But
he can't be a 3 or 4 seed because that goes to the
that's right.
winners.
So the next 2 guys have to be a 5 and a 6. Is that right?
Exactly.
They have to be a 5 and a 6. Okay, that's right.
Correct.
All right. So listen.
Okay, Joe. Let me explain this. Let me explain.
No, hold on. So what I'm saying is, out of our division, we have 3 people. Let's just say it's Joe, me, and Cam. Let's just say that. Shut up. The East and the South.
North.
Shut up, man.
The East, West, and South.
Somebody else. Let's just say the East has. Let's just say the East has Barn win and he's the 2 seed. Okay, Joe, you got the 1 seed. That leaves me playing Matt, Vic, Andy, or Cam. or one of these other guys.
No, it doesn't.
Which it'll probably be, yeah. And then after that, if I were to win, then I would have to play.
You have to use the AFC as an example. It's way better.
No,
because the NFC
no,
is
it's
more
not.
balanced.
It's totally different. It's totally different situation. What
are
I'm
you
trying to
talking
say
about?
is it's really lopsided since there's only one really tough
it's not
conference.
lopsided. What? It's not lopsided at all. Listen at the AFC. You got, okay, me and Jeff. We both go 14-2. One of us is the 1 seed, the other's the 5 seed. Then you got Danny, Seth. They both go 13-3. One's the 2 seed, the other's the 6 seed. Then you got those two, the 5 and the 6, who are 14-2 and 13-3. They gotta go to Centra, who is 8-8 for the wild card game, or they gotta go to Brad, who is 6-7, 6-9, 6-8.
6 and 10 in that game. It'll be 7-9, 8-8, or 6-10. That's what you're gonna do.
The NFC, you'd have Joe at the 1, then you'd have Mike and Andy 5 and 6. Mike and Andy, okay, so Joe and Barn 1 and 2, and then Mike has to go. Vic's solid. Vic's straight. Vic can play. Matt
He's not that good though. He hasn't even made the playoffs this year, bro.
So Mike gets the wild card. He has to go to Brucey Badass. Cool story, bro. Good game. GG. Like, come on.
But not only that, then he has to play somebody even like, dude.
No, he doesn't, Seth. You only play wild card and then divisional. He'd have to play the 1 or the 2. What are you talking about? It gets tough.
Yeah.
After
So
that.
what
It's
would
only
be the
wild.
first game for him?
Brucey, and then he played Joe. You'd have to go
Okay,
to
so
Brucey.
I'm gonna pause you both right here, and I'm gonna say right now that I would have preferred a divisional realignment that team, medium team, bad team. That so not organic.
No.
No, it's my turn to talk. This is my podcast time. That's how I would have aligned it, or like good team, bad team. My thought behind that is that, yeah, we're going to have the same playoff teams, but for the most part, the divisions are balanced, the conferences are balanced. You have the panel that would have ranked those teams, and they shouldn't be ranking them poorly. I would imagine they'd be ranking them pretty well, so it's even for the most part. And then that organically will have those teams compete in the playoffs.
14-2 BLD has to travel in a hostile environment. Brad Favo, 8-8.
Well,
I'm gonna be the biggest dick and be so disrespectful. I'm just gonna be like, even when the wild card games are announced and I gotta go to Brad, I'm just gonna be like, hey Jeff, we're up at advanced. When do you want to play?
Don't do that.
Wow, like, it's stupid.
Because
I mean,
it's not. You don't need to do that. I think that's where
Whoa.
people get angry with you sometimes, and where you have 5
he's a
people that want
dickhead,
to play
right?
with you
I
because
tried
you
to tell
act
him
like
for
an
years.
ass. You don't
Tell
have
him,
to
Joe.
act like an ass. We know you're good.
I'm not trying to.
No,
prove
that would be, and you know you're acting like an ass, so you just said it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I'm an asshole.
No, don't say yeah. I'm trying to teach you right here,
crazy,
okay?
right?
I'm an asshole. Like I really am. Like
No, you aren't an asshole because we've had conversations individually that would prove to me you are not an asshole. If you were an asshole, you'd continue to be that in the DMs, and you're not. If you were an asshole, you would continue to do that right now, and you're not. I
was an
refuse to
asshole
believe that
earlier.
BLD's an asshole.
I was laughing and joking, and then I got kind of heated. Like,
Yes.
A little bit.
Then you got trolled into oblivion, and then you ran right into it, and then you just kept the Jordan train moving through all the anger and emotion that you have. You're a passionate guy. I mean, like,
Dano, Cam, and Adam just want to suck each other off every time I look in the chat.
no, that's not what they want to do. They're. I think everyone has different things when they're coming in and talking to you, but no one's trying to gang up on you. No one's trying to, make you feel inferior or anything like that. You are a passionate person, like I was saying before, and I think that's a good thing. Like, that's one of your great damn it, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, that's why I can't say these words. That's one of your better qualities, I think, as a person, but I think it also is a weak point, right? Like, you let the emotions get the best of you. You get wrapped up in that stuff. You've lost, like, what, 7 games in 5 seasons? we all know you're a really good player. There's cheese, whatever else you want to call it. We know you're a good player, and I think everyone would say that. The reason people want to play with you is because the attitude that you present to them. I think that would be my best way of putting it. Like,
but let me tell you, out of those 5 or 6 players, I can name. Dano is one of them. Monkey and Cam. That's 3 out of 5 right there. Dano said 5 and then he changed it to 6. So the other 2, I really don't know who they would be because Cam, Monkey, and Dano are about the only 3 like I've purposely tried to be an asshole to.
Why?
Because
why were you ever in purpose? No.
Dude, you
why
don't know what it's
purposely
like to play Monkey twice. Do you not know what he does? Like, dude, like,
I watch enough of his games and I see how he acts in the chat. This is where I'm talking about. You have to be above that stuff because you are significantly better.
That's when I leave. That's when I leave chat and I just don't say nothing. And then you have
to be
like
better in
Eagles,
the game too.
Like Eagles Andy will be like, yeah, he's not active in chat. Blah. What are you talking about, dude? Like that. He was probably one of them. And I never did anything out the way to him. Never.
I'm saying.
Now Cam, me and Cam's been assholes to each other though. Cam's came at me hard.
Yes, Cam tries to intentionally troll you, and for whatever the reason, you go into it. I don't understand. Like, when I'm just sitting here reading the DMs, I'm like, oh, haha, he's like intentionally trying to get you to get pissed off, and you get pissed off. You literally do what you do what he's trying to get you to do.
I promise I'm not always pissed off in chat.
Oh no!
I know you're not always pissed off in chat. I'm saying you and Cam going back and forth at each other. He's doing it intentionally.
I know he is.
No, you don't, because you wouldn't respond that way if you didn't.
What did I do earlier? I said you're right. I was trolling. I was.
No. You did that at the end. That wasn't the earlier portion. You called him soft and weird, or well, gay. I mean, we've gotten that across a couple of times now. A couple of other things. Like, you did the exact opposite of just rolling with it.
Fucking love Reed. Fucking weird. Look at this picture. It's Cam in the background. He says we're all quit. P.S. If you meet these demands, I'll let you bring back rope. But he also would have to be them in on-side. I did not see that. That's fucking hilarious, man. Fucking people so stupid.
I would have had those divisions realigned that way because I think it's gonna make it equal. Like that's all I care about. I think they're great.
I think everything's great. I just wish that. I think everything's great now. I even didn't even care about Jordan and I being in the same division or conference. I mean.
Shut the fuck up.